Agents.
Agents. I had a very nice agent in England. They're very low-key agents in England, theatrical agents. They usually sort of girls called Gilly or Fiona, and they put the answering machine on when they go out to lunch, and they always leave at 3 o'clock on Friday to go to the country. My agent in Hollywood was kind of like this, you know. You want an Oscar? We're gonna win an Oscar. How you feeling today, champ? I remember this particular crazy agent. She wanted me to do something, and I wasn't really into doing it. And I was in England at the time. She wanted me to fly over, and she said to me, "But you gotta fly over. You're very talented right now." I said, "Right now? I'm not gonna be talented in a month's time." It was because... But now they've seen Jerry Maguire. I think agents like the film Jerry Maguire because they go, "I'm a Jerry Maguire kind of agent. I'm not a swimming with sharks kind of agent."
Brosnan, Your Royal Highness.
Ah, yes, the latest Agent 007. I always thought that Timothy Dalton was too much of a grammar school boy for the part. And Roger Moore, terribly sweet. But he does look like someone who works in the men's sock department at Harrods. Of course, for most of us, Sean Connery is the only true James Bond. I don't know why they don't just reissue all his old films and not bother making any more. Then you could go back to making those Remington shaver ads you were so terribly good at. Goodbye. I'm a registered agent for Militia Milady products. I host private parties for militiamen and the wives in the privacy of their own homes. Oh, I have little silk camouflage teddies and underwire foundation garments that are only detectable with night vision goggles. And I have a darling line of control-top ammo belts. Militia Milady. We know what makes your little soldiers stand up and salute.
Well, Fern, it looks to me as if Harry left everything in good order. You're well provided for.
All I want to know is, do I have enough money to die in my own condo surrounded by white help?
You stop that, Fern. You're talking like your life is over. You're a youngish woman.
And with the insurance payout, you're practically a gazillionaire.
That's right.
Hey, who's there? Great.
Who are you?
Frank LaSalle. I'm an agent with Phoenix Insurance, ma'am.
I guess they don't like to mail a check this big. Come in, Mr. LaSalle. Thank you. Meet my fellow widows. This is Joby Wolf and Bella Weissman.
I'm pleased to meet you.
It says here you're an inspector. What is there to inspect?
Mrs. Rosenthal, nothing would give my company more pleasure than to present you with a check for your husband's policy.
A check for $800,049.49 plus interest was due on Wednesday, the 21st, before the close of business day.
Right.
Unfortunately, ma'am, the lack of a death certificate due to the unusual circumstances in which your husband supposedly died makes that impossible.
What? Oh no! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh no! You can't do this, Shelby!
Now, wait. You just wait. I have an objection. You people always try to get out of everything. You did the same thing to me when my turquoise necklace fell into the ocean while I was whale watching.
And I suppose I stole my own car and pushed it in the river?
Ladies, the company has no intention of cheating our clients.
Sure.
You'd think that when your husband is eaten by an alligator on a golf course that people would do right by you. But no! Oh, God! Oh, I feel like he's being eaten all over again. Oh!
This, ma'am, is referred to as a case of amphibial abduction.
They have a name for it?
She had some pride in Harry's death being unique.
And without a check, how is she supposed to live?
I'm sure she has enough for the basics.
The basics? Why don't you just shoot me in the horse?
Darling, you'll have enough for food, clothing, and shelter.
What kind of clothing?
Mrs. Rosenthal, if your husband fails to show after 7 years, you'll receive full compensation.
I can't wait 7 years to get my roots done. Tell me what
You're
it is.
happy now.
What's
You're
on your
happy now.
mind?
You happy?
Why?
Good day, Mrs. Rosenthal. Mrs. Wolf, thanks so much for coming.
I was very angry when I heard that you were snooping around this boat in the water directly underneath it, a private property. Isn't that right, Joby?
That's correct according to maritime law.
Yes.
If you care to come on board, I'd like to show you something.
This is where it starts to rock.
All right, careful.
Ma'am, did you and Mr. Rosenthal travel much on this boat?
I only went out in it once. Ugh. We drove around the harbor, and we had to call the Coast Guard to help us get it back in the slots. He took it out in the bay once in a while. I think he liked the way he looked in the Meshuggah captain's hat, but he never lost sight of Boca.
Well, he went a lot further than the bay, according to the mileage. And I found these.
You first. Joey, take my
No,
arm.
no, no.
Take my
I
arm.
don't
I'm
help me.
balanced.
Just don't help me. All right.
I gotta get this fixed.
This is a navigational chart of the coastline of Belize.
Belize? I went there once. It's at the ass end of Mexico. I had a fever of 105 rectally. All I remember is lying there hearing Mary Tyler Moore speak Spanish.
Well, Harry was never in Belize.
Well, I have this restaurant receipt for 21st of March, the El Cholo, Belize City.
Wasn't our condo group in Vegas last March? And Harry didn't go because his chiropractor wouldn't let him travel that week.
Did you know your husband stopped payment on his locker in the country club?
Well, it could have been an oversight. He was on Vicodin for gum surgery.
Yeah, he also cashed in a lot of stocks before he...
Stop this! Stop this! You didn't know my Harry. You didn't know the man that he was, and I want these, all of these things. These are his personal items. They're memories, okay? What's that?
It's a condom, Fern.
Oh my God, it's new. It's not the washable one that they gave him when he was in the Air Force.
Would you please disembark? This is a very fragile time for her. Okay. Fern, you're looking so pale. Is it grief? Motion sickness? Maybe the smoke sturgeon?
Joby, do you remember my maid, Marietta?
Sure. She was an excellent cleaner. Nothing was sticky.
She quit 3 weeks ago. She was from Belize. Harry was teaching her how to read.
Oh, Fern. Fern, maybe it's time for you to cash in your frequent flyer miles.
I knew there was something suspicious about that bitch. Nobody cleans like that for $5.50 an hour.
Hey, Fern, what are you putting in your mouth here?
What am I...
Oh, another day in paradise, eh, muchacha? I wake up in the morning, I can't believe my luck. The ocean is sparkling, palm trees are waving. I feel like Gauguin must have felt during his Tahitian period, huh? Maybe I should paint. Maybe I should write.
Or maybe you can fix the hole on the roof.
Mañana, amor. Mañana.
No, not mañana. Happy now. Por favor, papi.
Oh.
Now, thank you, now. Now, Grace, don't encourage him. Put him in, they're covered in germs. Come on. Oh, God.
was smart not to eat on the plane.
Yes. Oh, I feel like Lawrence of Arabia. I should never have worn these Charles Jordans.
Please. Fern, look. Ugh. He could have at least had the decency to change his name.
That's Marietta.
Mrs. Rosenthal, Mrs. Wolf, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I want my husband back, you Hispanic harlot. And get us 2 diet shastas. We're totally dehydrated. What? Oh, my God, Harry! I thought you'd been eaten. Look at me!
You, come, darling. We'll leave these 2 alone. You'll show me where the Shasta is. Come.
Oh,
How the hell did you find me?
you left clues all over the place,
What?
Harry. You took your Arnold Palmer limited edition putter, you schmuck.
What?
There were maps, receipts, and Harry's paw? I could have called information. We've been married for 37 years. We could have stuck it out till the end.
I didn't mean to fall in love with Marietta.
One day I was helping her sound out the word vacuum. Vacuum,
What?
I said. Vacuum.
Vacuum?
Vacuum! And her lips went into a configuration that just begged for a kiss. I'm sorry, Fernella.
Fernella. I never want to hear that out of your dirty mouth again.
Ow!
That's for cheating on me with a foreigner. That's for pretending to be dead and making me cry while you were stupid. And then, that is for making me wear black in a tropical country.
I'm sorry!
Why, Harry? Why?
You want to know why?
Yes.
Because I couldn't stand to hear you say ow one more time.
What are you making? Ow.
Every time I put it in, you said, ow, take it out. Ah. Oh. And after 37 years, a man can't stand it anymore. But I couldn't walk out on you. So I faked my death. And I figured, once you were done with your grief, you could live pretty good off the insurance money.
Well, it didn't pay out. What? You what? Come back here, you bastard! You're not getting away from me this time!
Leave my Harry alone!
Oh, stop. He's not your Harry. What do you want with a retired Jewish pharmacist?
Go, darling. You get that son of a bitch, Fern.
Harry! Come here, you bastard!
What are you doing here, Sherlock?
I came as soon as I found out Mrs. Rosenthal had bought a plane ticket. See, usually in cases like this, there's collusion between husband and wife.
Does that look like collusion to you?
Harry!
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Come back, you bastard! Come back, you bastard! Harry! You can't swim, remember, or you're crazy! Harry! There's a shark! Oh, my God!
Mrs. Rosenthal, if you could
Yes?
just initial these amendments where we've deleted alligator and substituted shark,
So then does she get the check?
it will be in your account next week.
Right. And Agent LaSalle, let's keep this little episode under our hat, okay? You too, Joby. There's no need that the whole condo should know about my Zurus.
Phoenix Insurance is the soul of discretion.
Now, Fern, you don't fool me. Inside, you're suffering.
I shall miss him. But if I get a little too sentimental, I shall just think of him running off with that oversexed banana picker and having the nerve to blame it on my inflamed pelvic wall syndrome. Ow.
Please.
I can't wait to get back to the US of A. I want to sit on a toilet seat and eat again. Yeah, you're still a little...
So bloated.
So
It's beyond
yeah.
bloat. Never happened.
What is it?
Get it off.
It's gone
Get
down.
it off of me.
It's down here.
You got it?
I got it.
Oh,
I
my
got
God.
it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're in the luggage. They're gonna lay
Get
out.
off.
I worked for a travel agent before I went into aviation, and they sent me as a courier on a bus trip to Italy. One night, after a visit to a local trattoria, some man threw up in his sick bag and lobbed it out the window. Trouble was, his false teeth went with it. The next morning, I had to retrace our route till I found them, nestled on the hard shoulder in a pool of recycled risotto. It was then that I realised this is not a glamour profession. Oh.
No. Don't treat yourself like that. You've written a brilliant script. I don't know what that means either. Let's talk later. Linda, baby. The biggest star that you are, I love
I
you.
bumped into Joey Heatherton at Yoga Works.
Joey Heatherton. I bet she looks hot in leotard, huh?
She told me she landed the role of the Forest Ranger in the new spelling series. You told me they weren't even making a pilot. She says she has 13 on the air, guaranteed.
Mid-season, and that's a big maybe.
Well, I also heard from my favorite waiter at Starbucks that Stephanie Powers got the role of the prosecutor in the Champagne murders. I begged for that role. You told me they were going black.
Alfred Woodard, last I heard.
Candy, if I don't get a part, I can handle that. I'm a big girl. But I never got to even step up to the plate. I prepared for that role. I spent 2 whole days at the Beverly Hills courthouse, and I read 3 Scott Turow novels.
If you're such a big girl, you should know these things happen.
Well, it's just happening more and more lately. I don't know if you're behind me or on top of things.
Well, which do you prefer? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, please. That was a long time ago. I just don't think that my career is moving in the direction that it should. Maybe it's, I don't know, time to shake the tree.
Shake the tree in what? What? I drop out of it? Out of your life?
Oh, I don't know. This is so confusing. It's the sort of thing you talk to your agent about.
For Christ's sakes, Linda, I am your agent. And now you want to talk to me about getting another agent? Is that it?
Maybe I need someone hungrier. A shark with a cell phone.
Oh, is that what you really want? Some brat in diapers? Drink vodka and drive a Miata? Well, I'm too old for that bullshit.
It's a young man's game, Candy. And you have to accept that. Just as I've had to accept that I am now old enough to play Alicia Silverstone's mother.
That part's gone, too. And Archer's doing it.
And I never went up for it. That's my point.
Hello, it's Linda Granger.
Linda? Hi, honey. Listen, I got your message. I don't think we can help you here, though. Well, you know Candy and me. We're good friends. We go back for a long, long time. And I just wouldn't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying, honey.
Who? I don't know any Linda Granger. I don't... Oh, wait, I think she's in AA with my mom.
Granger, G-R-A-N-G-E-R.
Gina, I told you I don't want to speak to Linda Granger.
She said to remind you that you once had sex with her in the Shrine parking lot while your wife was making her Emmy acceptance speech.
Which wife? Which Emmy?
Okay. What to do? What to do?
Oh, hello. This is the Bickford Agency. I'd like to speak to your casting people, please. Hello, this is Sandy Bickford from the Bickford Agency. No, we're a New York agency. We've just opened a West Coast branch. And I want to tell you about Linda Granger. We're going to be representing her, and she's so wonderful.
We'll both have the duck salad without the duck.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Marmalade, Candy wasn't a player anymore. He was out of the loop.
But, Mom, what you're doing is a lie.
Oh, so what if it's a lie? I couldn't find an agent that I could communicate with, so I invented Sandy.
And she's doing a fabulous job. I went on a marvelous interview this morning.
Okay, so what happens if you land the role?
What happens, darling? We celebrate.
Mom, I'm talking about the negotiating, the deal, the contract, the residuals.
Oh, how hard can it be? And I don't have to pay 10% commission. Now tell me, are you happy with your representation?
I don't know. I've only been with them for 6 months.
Well, maybe you should talk to Sandy.
I know who that's about. Hello, the Bickford Agency. No, this is Sandy. My secretary just stepped out.
Oh, hi, Sandy. Well, we saw Linda this morning.
Yes, and?
And I'm sorry to say we're not gonna go with her.
Really? But I thought she seemed so right.
Well, so did we from the pictures you sent, but they've got to be at least 10 years old.
Not that we saw much of her face behind those lips.
But I thought you read so well. I mean, she told me. She said, oh, I read so well.
Look, Sandy, I don't want to be brutal, but I'm not doing you a favor if I don't tell you the truth. Linda and subtle don't belong in the same sentence.
Yeah, all that eye popping and clutching the window frame.
Oh, yes. I've told her about that.
Have you also told her about the singing? I mean, we didn't ask her to sing. The part doesn't require singing, but she sang anyway. That was the best part. 3 verses of Climb Every Goddamn Mountain.
Well, look, why don't I get her to work on it over the weekend, take it down a tad, and then maybe with some direction.
It's not gonna work, Sandy.
Well, hold on. Do you think there's anything else for her? Or...
Maybe the lounge at the Ramada Inn in Palmdale.
They're looking?
So what have you learned from this little fiasco?
That artists are like children. We are delicate flowers to be nurtured and protected, and that's what agents are for. You didn't lie to me, Candy. You just protected me from the truth.
It's not just you understand. Criticism, insults, rejection, that happens to everyone. I mean, some producer's probably in the back room now complaining about Gwyneth Paltrow's neck being too short.
Oh, Candy, my rock, my tower. Oh, can we go back to how it used to be? Candy?
Well, you know something? You were right about some of it. This business is changing.
Oh, it's crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. But you know what? What? You're special.
Oh.
You need special handling. You need a personal manager.
Yes. But who?
You're looking at him, baby.
Oh. So you're gonna be my personal manager? Oh, Candy. How is that different from being my agent?
Well, an agent gets 10%. And a personal manager gets 15.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Back in the 50s, I had an opportunity to become a secret agent for the FBI. I bumped into Mr. J. Edgar Hoover at a party that Van Johnson was giving for the Vienna Boys Choir. And J. Eddie, he took me to one side. He says to me, Ruby, he says, how'd you like it if we put a little radio transmitter in one of your back teeth and you could spy on all these commie movie stars for us? So, being a patriotic American and a little drunk, I agreed. Next thing I know, an FBI dentist comes over to my place and he drills me pretty good. Now, I was working on a John Garfield picture at the time, and one day I saw him I was murmuring right to Larry Park. So I moseyed it over, and I stood next to him with my jaw hung open in a nonchalant way, like J. Edgar had taught me, you know. Well, Mr. Garfield, he misinterprets my facial expression, and he took me back to his trailer to Sweden. I blew the transmitter that day, amongst other things, and that was the end of my career as a secret agent. But after that, I worked every John Garfield picture. Hey! Don't tell anybody, though. It's top secret stuff.
Baby, there's no need for living in the past. Now I found good love and gonna make it last. I tell the others don't bother me, 'cause when they look at you, they don't see what I see. No, I don't listen to their wasted lines. Got my eyes wide open and I see the signs, 'cause they don't know about us. They've never heard of love.
Good night, Trace.
Good night, Trace.
Good night, Trace.
Go home. Go home. Go home.